Alright, let's get going with Lotus now. Okay, so the thing about Lotus is that it's a very control heavy map, right? As soon as you gain control of like a certain space, you don't want to let it go, right? Same thing applies with KJ, right? As soon as you gain a certain amount of space, you don't want to let it go. And you can take that to your advantage, right? Thing about KJ on this map,
Don't worry, team. If you die, I have your memories backed up in face.
I'll start off with attack. Because with KJ, there's two ways you can play it. Either you can help your team like set up and everything, and then like have your util watch the flanks, or you could just lurk. You could just simply lurk, right? So one thing is, if you're approaching the A site, there are two ways, actually three ways I like to do this. Well, number one thing, put turret up for B main and have your alarm bot for C main, like off rip, right? You know, so that if you know that, oh, someone's B main, okay, someone could be early flanking, someone triggered the alarm bot, okay, someone definitely is trying to flank. And I'm literally sitting like right here just to help my teammates and everything, right? I'll be at a distance with the alarm bot, but that's okay, you know? If you really want to, you can just remove the alarm bot just for the fact that, number one, like, it's too far away, or, you know, because the one thing I don't like about this alarm bot right here is the fact that, like, people could already be flanking, and if your teammates are trying to rotate away from A, like, people are gonna be like right here, and it's not gonna be like a good position for everyone. Like, yes, they could get too close, but we want to be aware of it first. So you might as well just play your like alarm bot like right here, you know, and help your teammates with the long angles like this, and just somehow keep in distance with your alarm bot, you know. That's about it. Like, if you're approaching the A site, like, you really shouldn't die. But if you chose to really just like go in gunfights with your teammates and, you know, straight up just like help your teammates like take the site and everything, like, go for it. Like, I'll be like, go for it, right? If you help your teammates, like, go for a site and, you know, like help them like clear out the site for the plant and everything, like, go for that. I don't mind that at all. It's just the fact that all of your flank util is just going to be gone, right? In that case, if you're a person that really likes to like fight with your teammates, you know, on site, you just put your turret right here. It gives you a little bit more space to work with. Is this turret, by then it watches like the swing over here. The downside of this is that people can get deep into B main, and it's not good. So that's the one thing I don't like. I don't like people getting like deep into the flanks. I don't like that. I like knowing about the flank a lot earlier, which is why I lurk a lot on KJ, but that's about it. You know, like, so you have like a more space to like fight site with, and of course, like, this is like the only amount of distance you can go. But like, as I said, if you really want to like just lean away just a little bit just to help your teammates, that's fine, as long as you can get back to your turret on time. It's okay, right? On post plant, if you've decided to help your teammates on A, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pop your swarm right here, and only one for the bomb, right? Because typically, like, your teammates are gonna play here, maybe right here. Like, those are like the two common spots to plant the bomb anyway. So you're just gonna put it right up on top of that box, because I'll be honest, people are looking for the swarm on like the bomb, not on like top of the box. So like, it's harder to shoot that, right? They're not gonna look for a swarm nade on top of a box. So if they decide to tap the bomb, obviously hit that, and then, bro, what the fuck? We're not up to that sad shit, bro. What the fuck? I'll just do this, no music, bro. Fuck this. Alright. What the fuck? I thought I had this shit on repeat, bro. What the fuck? I thought I had it on repeat, bro. What the hell? I don't care. Oh. This is a great start, lads. Great fucking start. Oh. Obviously, if they start tap bomb, pop a first molly, and then 30-second molly like this. Oh my god. And then it'll land right on top of the box. Now, this lineup isn't like the most accurate, so it's not going to land in the same exact spot every time, but it will land on top of the box. Like this. So yeah, what I'm looking at usually when I'm doing this lineup, I used to look in the general area, but I'm looking like at other spaces because I used to miss the molly. So I'm looking at this fucking corner, like this corner brick right here, when I'm standing in this corner right here. This corner right here. And I'm looking at this little corner. It's kind of hard to see because of the leaves, but you can see it. This little corner right here, and look at where my look at where my it's not even the UI. It's literally KJ's freaking glove and like the yellow knuckle, like the top left corner of her knuckle, and it's practically lined up with the corner of the brick. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of nerdy. I'll tell you that. It's kind of nerdy. It's kind of very nerdy. I had no other way of lining it up, so yeah. And then there you go. And that's how you do it. If you're approaching A but on the lurk, very good. Like there's like so many things you could do, but I usually like to put my turret up here early, and obviously put my alarm by here-ish. Yep. And then I just go on like this right here, and then I'm like, okay, is anyone gonna like pop up early so that like I could swing off the turret, you know, like that sort of thing. And if like I see that like no one is like swinging B main, I start like creeping up a little after like probably like 10 seconds, you know, and then like boom. And obviously like you gotta hug this wall right here if you're gonna like not get swung by this, and you're gonna clear out C-Link over there. And this is like a very risky thing because like if you try to swing this right here, it's very risky because obviously you get exposed by this and like a little bit of this, like kinda, but like if you find the timing for it, go for it, you know. So obviously clear this and boom, and then try to clear this and then like adjust your crosshair, like swing, flick as fast as you can back like onto this angle, these angles right here, because those angles could honestly, they could fuck you over. I'm not gonna lie, they could fuck you over, right? You can honestly take back your turret at this point, right? Like you don't need it anymore, and like you're just gonna watch this for any like rotates or anything, and if people rotate towards you, you can fuck them over. And you could also like swing this A-Link angle as well. Like at this point, your alarm bot's just not viable anymore. You're deep in the lurk. You could honestly clear an A-Link. What I typically like to do is I like to flank top B over here, and I like to flank the enemies down towards stairs. And I usually just go towards heaven here. I usually just go towards heaven and pick off any enemies I can see, basically. That's typically how I lurk as KJ when we're approaching A, you know. When you're approaching B, there are actually like 3 ways of doing it, because obviously you can lurk C, you could lurk A, you know, you could just help your teammates go B. There's like so many ways of attacking B in my opinion, right? So obviously you should probably have alarm bot here majority of times. Turret more than not should probably go here. Bro, this is some sad ass shit, bro. Bro, keep it on the fucking... Dude, how hard is it? Yo, okay, the stream is over. The stream is over, chat. Andre. Andre. So when you're approaching B, there's like so many things I like to do. So like I like to if I'm like not using the mollies for post plant, I like to do this, molly that, and I'll probably double molly it, or I'll just throw my molly towards A link because that's also like a very like useful molly to use. So yeah. If I do happen to use it for post plant, I would typically, I'm only saying typically because I'll be honest, this right here, this plant right here, I mean, you could just toss the molly like through a smoke, but if you really wanted to, because you know your teammates can like swing here, you and your teammates can like swing from here, it's still a very viable plant. But I would rather just have people like plant here just because it's like, I'll be on, like, I don't know, it's just more I don't know. It's a very good plant. Like, just plant here. If you plant here, you can toss one of your mollies right here, pop it if you need to, and have your molly set up like this. Pop that first one, obviously throw that second one, and it's gonna land straight for the bomb. Now, how do I do this lineup? Simple. Stand in this corner. My I'm looking at this ping. Look where my UI is on that ping, and then jump throw. Simple, simple, simple. Jump throw. Simple, and it'll land right here. Why right here? Because obviously people can be on this angle right here watching it. People can be up here. You know, it gets people off this angle and like out in the open a little bit more. And obviously it gets people off the bomb, so. If you wanted to get like directly on the bomb, do it more like this, so it goes directly on the bomb, so you don't have to worry too much of the people, like, you know, there you go. Just like that. Oh, I'm sorry, okay, look at this ping right here. Instead of like doing like this, aim a bit more up here where like the molly icon is like the bottom molly icon, and then throw. But if you want my molly, just use like this. It'll cover the bomb regardless. Like, it'll cover the bomb regardless, and it'll get rid of like these angles right here. It'll get rid of that angle mainly. I honestly hate that angle because a lot of people take advantage of this like angle like a little too much. I actually don't see this angle very commonly used. I'll be honest. Like, this angle is actually very good, and I don't see people using it often. Like, this angle is very good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very good angle. So yeah, that's how I approach like the B site. But if you're like lurking, here's what I like to do. If I'm going A, I like to put my turret here, and then I just go on a lurk towards A, right? Because a very common thing is that the defenders will break the A door. It's also called breakable. I'm not gonna call it breakable just for you guys, but A door here. I'll just call it A door instead of breakable. So the defenders will commonly break the A door, and that's like a cue for you. That's like a sound cue for you, right? If they break the A door, you're gonna like lurk, right? You're gonna lurk towards here. You're gonna lurk towards here, and then you're gonna flank the guys in A link, right? Obviously they've broken the A door. They've broken it, not you. They did, right? And then you're just gonna flank the guys in A link, basically. That's a very common thing to do. Now, if they didn't, and I'm only saying if they didn't break the A door, right? You're gonna go ahead and straight up just lurk. Let's just pretend this isn't broken, right? The defenders haven't broken it. You're gonna go up, right? And you're gonna go clear out this little angle right here. And you're gonna go upstairs, and you're gonna go top B here, alright? And you're gonna flank the guys, like the defenders on B are from top B, basically. So yeah. That's if they haven't broken the door, right? Okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Fuck off. Why is there ads, bro? Like, what the hell? God. Why is there ads, bro? Yeah, damn. What's up, Wistful? What rank am I? On Peak Ascendant 3, should be immortal, but it's whatever. Peak Ascendant 3, that's what rank I am. Alright, so for the Sea Lurk, if we're approaching B but we're like Sea Lurking, it's all so thought out, lol. Thank you. So if we're going to Sea Lurk right here, I typically like to put my turret over here to watch the A flank. Alright. Bro, this is so fucking sad, bro. Like, can we, like, dude, you know what? Let's just not listen to music, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Hey, goddamn. We go for a Sea Lurk, right? Now, the reason for the Sea Lurk is just so that you can open your teammates up for like a potential music working against you. I know, right? Thank you for the follow. Like, the only reason you would go for a Sea Lurk is because, number one, the B push is potentially not going to work out, right? And you guys need like an opening for like C. So let's say the defenders have already caught up onto B, right? You're going to lurk and catch that one fucking guy that is still on C, whether it's either on elbow, you know, whether he's in like spawn or whether he's waterfall, right? Typically, I literally just lurk like this. Literally lurk like this without clearing elbow, because who the fuck is gonna be elbow? And I literally just basically clear all the guys that's in fucking like C link / water, right? And I tell my teammates, okay, come rotate towards C, come rotate towards C, right? And then they'll just like open the door and come towards C, right? But if you decide to just straight up just lurk C, I mean, go for it. Like, it's not bad whatsoever. So yeah, like, you could honestly just catch some picks like on C and just flank the people on C link. If your teammates just for some reason just go B, it's fine. You can just flank the people on C link. It's fine. Like, I don't mind it at all. The one major downside is that, like, for the flank, right? You can only get up to like here, and then you have to break off from like watching flank, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it is basically. So that's just one unfortunate thing. So it's whatever, right? Now that's B site, right? For C, now I'm gonna just say this like real quick. C is a bitch, okay? C is kind of a bitch, alright? Because one thing is, you kind of have to like make sure that like you're not getting flanked hard, and number two, you have to make sure that like there's not too many people guarding the fuck out of C, right? Because what I see commonly is that they'll have traps ready for you on C. They will have traps ready for you, right? And like my teammates are trying to go in on site. Oh, Molly, Viper Molly, water. Like, dude, it's a fucking drag, right? It's such a fucking drag. So typically what I like to do is I usually just like to lurk, because honestly, fuck going C. Like, for me personally, fuck going C. I usually just like lurking over just even helping my teammates out going C, right? Like, like, if I do help my teammates out going C, it's gonna be like from fucking here, dude. I'm not gonna like help them. If you're okay, look, if you want to like help them like on site, whatever, fuck it, go for it. You know, like, you're just gonna be like right here, just basically just holding like this. But majority of time, you're KJ, and honestly, kind of need the post plant. You know, like you need the flank watch. You know, so you're just gonna talk. I did not mean to do that. So what I like to do is KJ, I like to throw my molly towards elbow, like this. Molly elbow to help my teammates out a bit, and honestly that's about it. For post plant, I usually like, because you're probably just gonna play here, I usually just toss my molly like this, and it'll land for bomb. Like, that's about it. Like, there's no lineup for it. If I try to find a lineup for it, it's gonna take like ages. And honestly, there's gonna be no fucking lineup. I'll be honest, like there is gonna be no lineup, because literally trying to get it over this wall or even through this little fucking like crevice right here, it's impossible. So yeah, no chance, no chance. But what I typically like to do now, obviously, if you haven't heard already, I like to lurk on KJ. So yeah, turret here, alarm bot for A. I lurk over here, see if anyone swings the KJ turret. If they do, swing off, and if they don't, you know, obviously just lurk up here. Obviously clear the same angles as you did the other time, and then boom, boom, and then, you know, you're cleared up for B. You can flank the enemies from B. At this point, you could just flank the ceiling guys, and if you want to, if you have that cleared already, you could honestly go into their spawn and fuck up the guys in their own spawn. Alright. This is also called hallway, but you could also call it C tier spawn, so it's not spawn, CT, but it's called hallway, okay? But yeah. There you go. Alright. Yeah, but that's mainly just like attack. I don't think I missed out on anything, to be honest. Oh, one last thing. If you for some reason don't want to lurk B and want to lurk A so that your teammates can rotate from C to A, that's fine. So like you could honestly just catch like a quick pick here, or straight up just go deep into A and honestly pick up the people off in A. Because like because there's so many ways of like playing out this map, because like the one major goal on this map on attack and defense is to gain control of the map, right? As much of the map as possible, and make it work for you against the other team. That's mainly like that's the main objective on this map, is to gain control and basically keep control. Yeah, that's mainly just that's mainly attack on Lotus for KJ. For defense, however, this is how I like to default setup. Like this is like my default setup right here. So what I like to do on default is I have set up for B and C. So I have like alarm bot like this right here. So like this. Now I have molly like this, and I molly like this, so that when they pop the alarm bot here, pop the molly, yeah, they're kind of fucked. Like the only place they can hide is like right here and like right here, and even then, like a lot of people won't even think of doing that. And a lot, let's say I have mollies right here, I have mollies right here. Where am I gonna play, right? I'm gonna play like right here in water and just swing the guys like off the mollies and everything, or maybe like they swing me, you know? Like they're scared of the mollies and they swing towards water. I'm gonna catch the fucking swings basically. Like that's how I typically play. And if they go B, I'm swinging off my turret, like contact and everything. I'm letting my teammates know, oh, they might be coming B. Like my turret saw somebody on B main basically. So yeah. If you're trying to hard anchor C, however, like trying to hard anchor C, straight up just put your turret here, or like you shouldn't. Okay, number one thing, you shouldn't have your turret up here. One reason for that is being for the fact that like they could you don't know if they're coming C early, right? You want to know if they're coming C early, so. And honestly, I'll be honest, in my opinion, this turret is kind of troll, because the enemies could honestly like bait out this turret right here and straight up just shoot it and then rotate. Like they could just shoot the turret. I could be giving false information. My teammates, oh, they're coming C, they shot my turret and everything. Like, no. They can honestly just shoot the turret and then rotate towards A, catch my rotates off lacking. So I wouldn't put this turret here. Like if I wanted to, if I could. So I usually put my turret like this. Then I know like, oh yeah, enemies are like the enemy is swinging towards C here. Now I have early fucking contact like this. Like obviously, if you're committing C or even faking C for that matter, you're not gonna look at this turret and be like, okay, like I can definitely go A after that. Like no, you're like way too deep into C, man. Either you shoot this turret and then basically hope for the best on C, or you're gonna shoot the turret and then go towards B. Like you're not gonna shoot this turret and rotate and go towards A. Like that's like unfeasible, right? That's what you should be thinking about as KJ. Like this turret right here is gonna catch people like off lacking. Also, if you really wanted to, like do something like this. If they shoot the turret right here, if the turret sees somebody, you can honestly just swing off it like this. Like that. It's very cool. And honestly, it's got me some free kills. It's honestly gotten me some free kills, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I do if I'm like hard anchoring C. For B site, here's what I typically like to do. I put like my alarm bot right here. Put Molly right here, and I put my Molly right here. For the reason for that being is if they catch this alarm bot right here, they might back into the smoke, which is fine. Like my teammates can just spam from here, like which is fine. Like I can just spam like this. But if they come into sight, like if I know they're coming to sight, I hear them like here, like I pop mollies like this, and then like they'll be forced to swing out wider angles for my teammates to handle. Like you know what I mean. W streamer, who you teaching, quite a few people. So, and my turret will be going like right here, just because like if people decide to swing, then like it'll catch people off lacking, and people will be forced to just back away or commit, right? So yeah, it's a very good turret for that matter. That's what I do if I typically hard anchor B. How was playoffs? It was fucking dog shit. We're first round exits, bro. Yo, Scrix, did you hear? I'm free, bro. I'm fucking free. I'm free, bro. If you know, you know. I'm free. Okay. Yes, bro. Alright, so if I'm anchoring A, fuck me. If I'm anchoring A, I'll put my alarm bot here. I'll put Molly here, and I'll put Molly right here. Reason for that is how that happened. Okay, I'll explain it later. I'll explain it later, right after. So people can swing here, people can swing here, and then like you swing towards heaven gets this, you know. Now there's two ways I like to put my turret. Not right now. I'm not gonna explain it like right now, bro. Like what the fuck? That's weird, bro. That's weird. Alright, so there's two turrets I like to use. This one and this one right here. Spill the tea. Not on stream, bro! Not on stream! So this turret is very useful so that I can swing off of it when people are swinging tree, and it also like covers like all of this when I'm trying to like swing this as well. It's okay. Yeah, also, Ja asked me if I wanted to, trial for y'all's team, so I was like, fuck it, sure. They not even here. Alright, I'll explain after the tutorial, hold up. So, yeah, that's typically what I do in Anchor A. Like, I put them all here, alarm right here. Alright, so, yeah, that's typically what I do. So... now... KJ ults. Obviously, one go like this is a very good one that goes here. If you're retaking C, this is a very good one for C. Like you shouldn't like this is a very good like you should be using this mainly. So yeah. This ult right here, I don't like. I don't like it. I'd rather use this one to back people off, back like deep B. Oh my god. I'd rather back people off deep B main right here. Like, you know. Make them feel so pressured. Like, you put this one right here, they go like even like deeper into B main. So, yeah. I like that a lot more, to be honest. When you're retaking B, of course. You could honestly, if you for some reason your cam is covering the map. Oh, my bad. I don't care. Fuck that shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, y'all figure it out, bro. Nah, but okay. So, if y'all just like put your Kidjo like right here. It'll cover like this entirety bit of the map, and then like the enemies will be forced to be like back over here instead of like being like over here, you know. If you really want to, if you have already like retaken B, or oh, even better, if you're A Link, this is even better ult right here. Like this right here is even better ult. Like if you've retaken site and then you're an A Link, there's like an even better ult. So that people like they can't hide here and they're even deeper B main like this. So yeah. But that's an even riskier ult because you can get swung off of it, so it's whatever. For A site, now there's two different ults I like to use. Now this one obviously is like the default one, but I don't like it, so I usually just like try to clear as much as I can and pop my ult right here. It's a way better ult, and honestly, like it gets the people in tree, and it also catches the people like watching the unbreakable or A door, and it back people off like down here, and you could get half the defuse off that one ult. So yeah. There's that one, and then there's this one right here. If you've cleared out stairs, and you somehow get into this very, very, like, position right here, this is a very good ult. This one right here is a very good ult. Number one, because it backs people up even, like, further, and they're forced to play in these positions right here towards, like, rubble. And you could honestly just get the entirety of the bomb defuse off of it too. So, and yeah, as far as I know, like that's basically it with KJ. Like, if you really want to be OP with KJ on this map, just mind the fact that like you don't always have to be like the front lines with your teammates. You can honestly be lurking and watching rotates. And you know, catch people off lacking, or set up your teammates from long range, basically. Like that's how OP you can be with KJ, basically. So yeah. Oh, I forgot the attack ults with KJ. If you're ulting on attack with KJ, obviously this one's like a very good ult. You know, it catches the people like catches people spawn, catches people C link. You know. The only downside of this, I'm pretty sure you could like hide right here. That's the only downside, but as far as I know, if you and your teammates can clear that, you're perfectly fine. Like, perfectly fine. On B, this ult right here, it works perfectly. This ult could work, but it doesn't catch the people's C-Link that often, so just get... This ult works, like, perfectly. Like, there's no other... Like, honestly, there's no other way of going about it. And if you really want to, if you've already cleared site and have control of it, just try to like get onto site and like ult like right here, just to get the enemies like deeper deeper away, so that like they're like right here, they're right here, they're right here, right here, right here, you know. Like the only way they could honestly win this round is if for some reason they were flanking originally, which is just impossible. But okay. And A site, this all reliable. Honestly, like the downsides of it is that they can just camp up heaven. Like that's the downsides of it. Other than that, like this ult is honestly decent. This is even better ult I like to use, and it's this one. And it's like if you have for some reason have like cleared out these angles and stairs, there you go. There's this ult right here. And you have to basically guard this ult with your fucking life, basically. So yeah, that's about it. And as far as I know, that is pretty much it with the KJ tutorial. Let me know if you guys learned anything or enjoyed in the comments, and see you guys